7 апреля в период 3 часов 42 минут до 3:56 московского времени из акватории Средиземного моря в районе острова Крит с 2 эсминцев военно-морских сил США «Росс» и «Портер» был нанесен массированный ракетный удар 59 крылатыми ракетами «Томагавк» по сирийской авиабазе Шаарат, провинции Хомс. По данным российских средств объективного контроля, до сирийской авиабазы долетело 23 ракеты. В результате удара уничтожен склад материально-технического имущества, учебный корпус, столовая, 6 находившихся в ремонтных ангарах самолетов МиГ-23, а также радиационная станция. Взлетная полоса, рулежные дорожки и самолеты сирийских военно-воздушных сил на стоянках не повреждены. По информации командования сирийской авиабазы, 2 сирийских военнослужащих пропали без вести, а также 4 погибло и еще 6 военнослужащих получили ожоговые ранения в ходе тушения пожара. Таким образом, боевая эффективность американского массированного ракетного удара по сирийской авиабазе крайне низкая. Данные действия американской стороны расцениваем как грубейшее нарушение подписанного в 2015 году меморандума о предотвращении инцидентов и обеспечении безопасности в ходе операций в воздушном пространстве Сирии. Министерство обороны Российской Федерации приостанавливает сотрудничество с Пентагоном в рамках данного меморандума. Все выдвинутые США в качестве обоснования удара обвинения Дамаска о якобы нарушении Конвенции о запрещении химического оружия 2013 года безосновательны. Нами уже говорил, что сирийские войска не применяли химического оружия. Ждем от Соединенных Штатов Америки пояснений по наличию у них, бесспорно, по их словам, доказательств, что химическое оружие в населенном пункте Каширку не применялось сирийской армией.
And as John was speaking, we just got some word of military response from the Russians. Fox News has learned that a Russian warship, the Admiral Grigorovich, has entered the eastern Mediterranean. It cruised through the Straits of Bosphorus a few hours ago. It is now heading toward the 2 U.S. Navy destroyers that launched the airstrikes last night. Now, this is far from saying that there is a military confrontation ahead. Maybe it's just an information gathering mission. But for whatever reason, the Soviets have decided to send a frigate into the eastern Mediterranean in the same area where the 2 American destroyers are.
We're back with Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii. She's a member of the Armed Services and Foreign Affairs Committees, as well as an Iraq War veteran. Congresswoman, you're opposed to a no-fly zone that the U.S. would impose over Syria, even though many of the Republican presidential candidates, you heard it at the debate this week, they think it's a good idea. Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State, the Democratic presidential candidate, she thinks it's a good idea. Doesn't include ground troops. Why do you think it's a bad idea?
Well, first of all, this is one of the reasons why I feel so strongly that we need to end this war to overthrow the Syrian government of Assad now. If this war is allowed to continue on until the next after the presidential election, when we have a new president here, as you said, whether it's Hillary Clinton, Marco Rubio, Chris Christie, or some of the other candidates who are running for president, they're all advocating for a no-fly zone, which would directly start a Russia-U.S. war, which could then easily escalate into a World War III or nuclear-type situation.
At this very moment, behind closed doors, the powers that be are orchestrating a vast covert plot through the United Nations to convict Vladimir Putin of war crimes in Syria. This is a deception, a demonization campaign, and a total untruth based on lies. They will blame Putin for civilian deaths in Syria, the rise of ISIS, and use it as the basis for the nuclear war. This is how they sway public opinion for an attack. He's the new Hitler. The mainstream media will comply, propel this narrative to every American so every barring sheep will accept what's coming.
Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Greene. You're watching Green Wave TV Alternative Media Television. I'm here to issue a dire warning to the American people, to American patriots everywhere, and freedom and liberty-loving individuals around the world. War with Syria is now imminent.
Come on and join the army. There's a new war in Syria to get behind. So this is great. Spread the news. I mean, literally, you should be a town crier right now. Get your cowbell out. Get to your churches and your local townships, the grocery store, movie theaters, anywhere people get together, parks, and get on your pedestal and share the good news about America and our upcoming invasion of Syria.
Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Greene. You're watching Green Wave Radio, Alternative Media Television. Who even cares at this point? I've got an urgent message. Please help me get it out there to the people of the world. I'm just getting confirmed reports. These are from major headlines, major news sources. The UN condemned Syria. They're calling for Assad to step down. What does this mean? They have given Assad an ultimatum. Again, he's the head of Syria. They're telling him either step down in the next couple of weeks or we're going to kill you. So they're giving him two options: step down or we're going to kill you. Again, we saw this. We've seen this in the Middle East and Northern Africa throughout the past several years. We saw this with Saddam Hussein. Anytime any of these leaders, these global leaders, they try to get off the petrodollar, they try to lose the US dollar as the world reserve currency with their oil trade, the United States goes in, they invade, and they kill these people.
Rand Paul is with us now, Republican. Sir, welcome to the program. What's your immediate reaction to what's going on with this Russian ship steaming towards our forces in the Mediterranean?
You know, my first concern is this is why we should have a deliberate discussion. This is why this should originate in Congress. This is why our founding fathers said under the Constitution that war should be debated fully by Congress, initiated and declared by Congress. But the president really doesn't have the authority under the Constitution to initiate war. And so I think what we're doing now is illegal and unconstitutional, and the ramifications could be extreme. They may not, but there is a great danger in bumping up against another nuclear power.
My fellow Americans, on Tuesday, Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad launched a horrible chemical weapons attack on innocent civilians. Using a deadly nerve agent, Assad choked out the lives of helpless men, women, and children.